Hi, I'm Emin Cayedo, or Games We Play, and I'm currently on the Life's Going Great tour, my headline tour for my debut album, and I'm out with Zoe Co and House Parties, and I'm going to give you a tour of what I like to call, can I curse? The fuck wagon. This is the oldest car that me or anybody I know owns, and it is the car with the least problems. It's a 2009 Ford E350 Super Duty Extended. So, I don't know if you caught me at a really good time or a really bad time. I have watched a lot of bus invaders in my life, and I can just say objectively that my van is a lot cleaner than a lot of them. You caught us on the cleaning day. There's nothing here. I watch these videos that people do, and I have no idea how they can go on for 8 minutes about what their van is, but this is my van. Okay. I actually know how people talk because there's somebody behind the camera telling me what to say. So, now I was told to talk about driving. There is 6 of us on the road right now, 4 people driving. This is the first tour that I do this. I usually drive the most, but this tour I have been driving the least, just so I could sleep and be a little passenger princess on this tour. But yeah, I've been in a really bad van crash, so have a couple people. We're pretty strict about driving. And if you are in this van and you are not following the rules, you will get called out. The speed limit is 65, hardcore, you cannot go over it. We don't always have to have a passenger princess in the front seat. Unless it's like really nighttime. And when I drive, I like to drive really early in the mornings, like the 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. shift. I like to drive while everybody's asleep, and I cannot drive if there's a passenger princess. I need everybody sleeping in the back. And then I'm just electrocuted. And that's how we drive. The worst driver on this tour, should I say that or no, is my TM. We're working on it. And I would have to say I am even though I drive the least, I would have to say I am the best driver on this tour. Music in the van is different depending on everybody. Like I said, 4 a.m. drives, I like everybody asleep, so what I do is I throw my AirPod Maxes on transparent mode, and I just listen to a couple albums that I queue up. I'm a big no phone driver. If my guitar player / best friend Kyle is driving, it is pretty much Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z, and pretty much the entire time. Like, no other song. And then my brother my brother's my merch guy. He's single, he's looking for a girlfriend. He's a little less attractive than me. We have different dads, but yeah, I'm still trying to help. My brother is very weird, and he likes to listen to health podcasts, even though he's an 18-year-old boy. He likes to listen to Joe Rogan or David Goggins, like just people that love talking about eating meat and no vegetables and oxalates and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's pretty much what's in the car. I still have a little bit of stuff in the van. This I'm actually saving for my mom. I need to give this to her. She's at the show today. This is basically my little green room sign for the Fall Out Boy shows. When you play really big shows opening for people, I'm not playing big shows, I'm just opening them. They put little fancy signs on the doors so you know where to go. My shows aren't big enough to have fancy signs because there's generally just one room where everybody hangs out. So that's the Fall Out Boy sign. This, I'm not really sure what this is. I don't enjoy Burger King, and I don't know where this came from. This is my wife's. She's behind the camera. No. We're a big, the Twitter girls will know. Is it not Twitter girls?
I don't know.
Who knows?
About what?
The internet people will know. In this van, we are big Awala drinkers. They're very popular. You can get them at Target. We are all Awala girls. Here, see? This doesn't belong here. And I know who this was. And I know who this was, and I'm not going to say who it was because I'm going to be looking a little too mad right now. But this does not belong here. I am big on keeping this van very clean. And there's a candle. I know. Oh, I was going to say I know this is all one person, but that doesn't belong there. And I will take the blame for that. But this I know who that is. Yeah, so these dice kind of just appeared one day. I don't have any recollection of how they showed up, but this was cool. Let me see. Basically, this is the All Time Low logo, and All Time Low is one of, I was gonna say one of my good friends. They are all my good friends, and they are pretty much my favorite band to tour with, and the band that has honestly helped me out the most. And there is so many All Time Low fans out here, and they put out a record called Tell Me I'm Alive, and one of their fans gave this to us, and it's just like a little souvenir from the tour. And around the van, sprinkled around, we have little silly bracelets. You know, you could tell if somebody's a Games We Play fan based on the type of bracelet they give you. Like this was RAR, this says RAR XD, and I could tell that is just somebody that was walking around the venue and said, oh, he was on stage, so they gave it. I'm still very thankful. But like one of these, let me see, right here. This says LGG. I'm giving you a horrible shot. This says LGG, and that means life's going great. That is the abbreviation for my record. And yeah, apparently there is somebody who brought 300 bracelets tonight, so we'll see. It's my biggest fan. I know her by name. Her name is Gabby, and she's awesome. And I'm excited to see what she has. This is something I'm unbelievably mad about. This is my friend, dear friend, Chase, who was an idiot, who was drumming for my band for a tour, and he thought it was hilarious. I was at home one day, and he was at my storage unit, and then he texted me, he's like, I crashed the van, LOL. And this is here because of Chase. Still a great friend of mine. My van is broken and is now worth nothing, but it's a good little memory. So I will say in this band, like, you know, the three recurring like crew members or just people that go on the tour are me, my friend Kyle, and my little brother. And basically when anybody of us is driving, we're all in the front hanging out. So this is kind of just like the FOMO seat. Like I'm driving, Ethan's here, and then Kyle's like, oh, I want to hang out, or I want to do this. So you won't really find like other people ever sitting in the seat because it's the three people just hanging out, you know? This is the messiest bunk, and not bunk, I'm not like that. We will be like that one day, but this is the messiest bench. This is my tour manager's bench. I will say that if he's not driving, he's usually here sleeping, catching up on sleep, because a tour manager, if you guys don't know, is the person that has to wake up before everybody and, you know, pull the van around and put everybody's stuff in. Definitely the hardest working person on the tour. So this is, when he's here, is his sleep spot. Okay, now this is mine. So this is interesting. This is my bunk one day. And if you see, everybody has these blankets, right? Right here, right here. For those of you that don't know, it's gonna sound extremely annoying. Why is there trash in the van? I don't know. Anyway, these are called microfiber towels, or microfiber blankets. And they're very comfy, but for those of you that don't know, microfiber generates a lot of static electricity. Like a lot. And my wife is behind the camera and she can agree. My body generates a lot of electricity. Like it's bad. Like I'll go to bed sometimes and I'll look at the covers and I see little lightning bolts. I'm not joking either. So this is how you know it's mine. This is my personal comforter. And then this is my wife's work jacket. They gave her a nice little fancy jacket. We are sharing this bench right now because she's out with us for a couple days, and it's just a lot of pillows. Everybody finds these benches really comfortable. I find them extremely uncomfortable, so I just try to overload it with pillows so I'm not really laying on the bench. And now we're gonna go to the fourth bench, and the fourth bench is probably my favorite story because we're taking out a photographer this tour who ended up coincidentally becoming one of my BFFs, and he is very little. And he has a company called Short King, and he's a very little man. So this bench, if you look, all these benches have little gaps and openings, but this one goes to the end. And Juan is only 5'2" or 5'3", something like that. So Juan fully can lay out. While my knees are always like this while laying, Juan fully sprawls out, arms above his head. It's fine. This is a full bed for Juan. So either he is sleeping fully sprawled out and extended, or he's editing videos that you guys see on the internet. But this is probably my favorite because I find it so funny that Juan can fully extend in this car. So now we are at my trailer. This is my favorite thing that I own. We have a very inappropriate name for it that I'm not gonna say on Bus Invaders. It's probably the worst thing that has ever been said on this channel. It's a carriage of sorts. We have a word before carriage that starts with the same letter as carriage, but I'm not saying that. Anyway, the trailer is where we put all our stuff, our luggage is, because there's no room in the van for that. So basically after shows, I will go out and meet fans, or I'll go out and sing some acoustic songs, and then Kyle, tour manager, my little brother, and the drummer on this tour just kind of all tag team in loading the trailer. It is so much stuff, and I feel so bad that I'm out there talking to people, but I'm also very thankful that I don't have to do any work. I also had a little surgery before this tour, and the doctor was like, you probably shouldn't take anything out of the trailer. So that's my excuse for this tour. But yeah, this is where everything goes, and this is my favorite thing that I own, even though it's extremely boring. And I found out, same guy who broke that car, turns out he broke my trailer, Chase. And I'm gonna say him by name because I love him very dearly, but he jumped on the side of the trailer once, the bolts fell out, and then I was looking the other day and I realized the wall is detaching from the floor, so I can see like the road as I'm in the trailer. Chase is a very good friend of mine who has broken a lot of my things. Yeah, that's pretty much the tour of my van, my trailer, everything, pretty much games we play. We live in here. But right now we're on the Life's Going Great tour, but if you want to see me on any other shows or tours, go to gamesweplay.co, or my Instagram is gamesweplay. My TikTok is GWP. I post a lot of stuff there. Yeah, this is very cool. I've wanted to do Bus Invaders for a very long time.